What if Hitler's vision for Europe had actually succeeded? Today, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and terrifying topics in modern history: Hitler's plan for European domination. It's a story that's both captivating and unsettling, and it's crucial to understanding the complexities of World War II and its lasting impact on modern Europe. In this video, we're going to delve into the details of Hitler's utopian dream, its ideological and logistical challenges, and the strategies he employed to achieve his ambitions. We'll explore the key events, policies, and decisions that contributed to both his successes and ultimate failures. Hitler's vision for Europe was one of unity, strength, and racial purity. He believed that the continent needed a dominant power to bring order and stability, and he was convinced that Germany was the only nation capable of fulfilling that role. But what exactly did Hitler's utopian vision entail, and how did he plan to implement it? That's what we'll be discussing in this video. The central problem of Hitler's utopian vision was its sheer scale and complexity. He wanted to create a unified European empire, with Germany at its heart, and a population of racially pure Aryans. However, this vision was fraught with ideological and logistical challenges. Ideologically, Hitler's vision relied on a twisted and contradictory mix of nationalism, socialism, and racism. He believed in the superiority of the German people, but he also wanted to create a unified European empire that would be free from national boundaries and rivalries. Logistically, Hitler's vision required the conquest and occupation of vast territories, the relocation of entire populations, and the eradication of perceived enemies and threats. It was a monumental task that would have required unprecedented resources, organization, and manpower. Despite these challenges, Hitler was undeterred, and he spent years developing strategies and policies to achieve his goals. He created a powerful military, established a network of concentration camps, and implemented policies of racial segregation and persecution. One of the key strategies Hitler employed was the concept of Lebensraum, or living space. He believed that Germany needed more territory and resources to sustain its growing population, and he was willing to do whatever it took to acquire them. Hitler also used propaganda and manipulation to win the support of the German people. He created a cult of personality, presenting himself as a messianic leader who would restore Germany's honor and greatness. As Hitler's power grew, so did his ambitions. He began to pursue an aggressive policy of territorial expansion, invading and occupying neighboring countries. He also established a network of alliances and pacts with other fascist and nationalist regimes. However, Hitler's strategies were not without their flaws. His aggressive militarism and racist ideology alienated many nations and leaders, and his decision to invade Poland in 1939 sparked a global conflict that would ultimately destroy his empire. One of the most significant challenges Hitler faced was the logistical nightmare of occupying and governing vast territories. He had to balance the needs of his military, the demands of his population, and the resistance of the occupied peoples. Despite these challenges, Hitler remained committed to his vision, and he continued to pursue it with ruthless determination. He implemented policies of racial segregation, deportation, and extermination, resulting in one of the darkest periods in human history. However, Hitler's plans for European domination were ultimately doomed to fail. The Allies, led by Britain, the United States, and the Soviet Union, formed a powerful coalition that slowly but surely pushed the Nazis back. The turning point in the narrative came in 1942, when the Allies launched a series of decisive counterattacks that halted Hitler's advance and began to push him back. The Battle of Stalingrad was a particularly significant defeat, as it marked the beginning of the end of Hitler's empire. As the Allies continued to advance, Hitler's grip on power began to slip. He became increasingly isolated and paranoid, surrounding himself with yes-men and sycophants. His military leaders began to question his judgment, and his people began to lose faith in his vision. In the end, Hitler's utopian dream was reduced to rubble, his empire lay in ruins, and his people were left to pick up the pieces. The defeat of Nazi Germany marked the end of Hitler's ambitions, but it also marked the beginning of a new era in European history. So what can we learn from Hitler's failed dream of European domination? Firstly, we can see the dangers of unchecked power and ambition. We can also see the importance of standing up against racism, nationalism, and xenophobia. In conclusion, Hitler's plan for European domination was a utopian dream that was both captivating and terrifying. It was a vision of unity and strength, but it was also a vision of racial purity and domination. It was a dream that ultimately failed, but it continues to haunt us to this day. Thanks for watching, and if you have any thoughts on Hitler's plan for European domination, please leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to learn more about World War II or historical analysis, check out our video on the causes of World War I. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.